Armenia is such a horrible country with horrible people, morals. They had actually yesterday the owner of the house and his family had forced me and they pushed me out of the house and they raised the kind of uh, taking aggressive situations against me without any reason, without any specific reason against me. Yesterday they forced me to go out of the house during the night, and that situation actually they had done it many different times, but they had never forced me to go out. But they usually close the door of the house. Even at the first month that I had been living at that house, they used to close the door of the house daily within 8 or 10 o'clock approximately in the evening. When they do that, usually I call the owner or I call the other person who is renting another room at the house, and I ask them to open the main gate for the house. I don't understand, if you are renting rooms inside your house to strange people, you should deal with them. You should have some specific agreement with them when you close the door, when you open the door, and if you have some specific system of controlling who is who is getting out of the room or getting out of the house, you should tell them before they come to your house. Even though I came, so we should put some specific way to agree together how to deal with that situation. But the owner of the house, since I came, he used to close the door within 8 in the evening or even 10 in the evening, which is really was hosting me or even arresting me or keeping me or limiting my freedom to get into the room or get into the house or get out of the house. A specific situation that had happened, which I even had agreement with the owner before I get into that house, that if I rent the room, I have the ability to have any guest in my room, to have any guest in the roof that is up in the house, up the house. But after only 2 weeks, he abandoned me from using the roof for eating or even for drying my clothes without any reason. Without any reason. He even abandoned me from bring any guests to the room or any friend to the room, while even I hadn't brought anyone to the room. But he told me, you are not allowed anymore to bring anyone in the room. You are not allowed anymore to use the roof. I asked him why you do that. He told me, just, you are not allowed. I changed my mind. I'm the owner of the house and this is the rules of the house. I told him, why you change the agreement? Why you changed the rules when I came? Why you didn't told me that before I moved to your house? Actually, I faced a lot of different bad situation at the hostel or at the house, the Armenian house that I currently live in. And last night was the hardest one. They just fired me and they pushed me, they knocked me on my chest, they pushed me on my chest, the owner and his mother uh, out of the house door, and they shut the door until the morning, until 6 in the morning, and person who is working, usually the other Indian person who is renting another room, he opened the door while he leaving to his job. So I don't understand why Armenian people doing that. Why even when I call police and make complaint, they do cooperate with the Armenian people. They do cooperate with the owner. They didn't help me at all, and they didn't cooperate with me at all. This is part of the problem. But the another situation also came from the church, because I had made a lot of complaints to the church leaders, and I told him what I'm facing at the house I do live in, and I told them the problem I do face at the house, and unfortunately that the situation's getting complicated with owner house when I do tell the church to pray for me, or even I do complain about my situation, or when I do pray for my situation with the house owner. Also, there is a lot of another different situations had been happen when I noticed that they do usually cut my belongings when I go out of the room. I had decided to record what is happening in the room during while I'm out with my laptop camera, with my laptop video camera. I had recorded the owner opening the room one day, but actually he didn't done anything when I start recording. But when I had been in the church 2 weeks ago, I find my laptop is totally not working when I came back from the church, and the screen like shut. It doesn't work. So I turn it on again, and I find that they had stopped the electricity for a long time, that my laptop battery could be empty, and I find a lot of my belongings in the room stolen, like money, like a lot of my belongings in the room had been cut, like clothes, like bags, that bags I use it at the moment also had been totally new, but they cut it. Also a lot of my clothes, a lot of my food get spoiled, and I don't understand why they do that when I especially go to the church, or even go to work, or even go to any place. That situation had been repeated around 4 or 3 different times. One of those times I find my electric shaving machine didn't work at all. I find my vape, which I used to smoke that liquid with, didn't work at all. I find my old phone stopped working. Even when I try to fix those things, they didn't work at all. So I don't know who do that and why, especially when I go to the church. And that situation even have been happening to me since I start actually contacting with the church, or specifically when I start going to the church in Egypt, or being among Christian people in Egypt, in Cairo, or even in Sharm el Sheikh, or in Hurghada, or even here in Armenia. So if the church, maybe for I don't know why, decided to make someone who is converted from Islam into Christianity in such suffering, since I have been in Egypt until even today, or since I even have been in Denmark until today. I don't know why they do something like that. I don't know why they do decide to do that to me. Especially, I hadn't done anything wrong or bad to them. I'm dealing with them with such honest way, with good morals. And here in Armenia, when I came, I sent a letter to the Ishmaezin Cathedral asking the Pope of Armenia, which his name is Girgan, to help me. And I wrote a letter. I went first to Ishmaezin, which is a city or a village out of Yerevan. I called them first of all on the phone. They told me you have to come personally. I came, I went to them personally. They told me you have to write down a letter with your request. And when you down the letter with your request, you deliver it to us, and we represent it to the Holy Bishop. And after that, you will get baptism, or you will get your help. I went back to my village, to Yerevan city, and I wrote a letter, and I edited on my laptop, and I had done everything, and I bring it to Ishmaezin Cathedral. When I brought the letter to Ishmaezin Cathedral after around 1 week, they told me you have to wait until you get response from us. I told them approximately how long. They told me 1 month. I told them okay. They received the letter. The reception men and the security men of the Girgan father, or Holy Bishop in Armenia, received the letter from me, and he told me you have to wait and we will call you. I announced my phone number, and I had everything had been clarified at the letter, and I asked them even I'm waiting for your reply, and I wrote all my contact details at the letter. I waited 1 month, and then after that I called them. I asked them about my letter, about my baptism request, about the job request, about the help request. They told me you have to wait another month. I said okay, I'll wait. I waited another month. I called them after a month. They told me you have to wait another month. So these are 3 months. I waited 3 months, and then I called. They hang the phone while I'm talking. Every time I call after the 3rd month, they hang the phone while I'm talking. So I decided to go personally to Ishmaezin Cathedral. I went there, and I went to the office that I gave them the letter of my baptism request and of my help request, or even the also job request. uh, and they told me we hadn't received anything and you have to write a letter from the beginning and give it to us. This after waiting for them 3 months to respond to my letter. After waiting 3 months, they told me you have to do that again, to write letter again and to give it to us again. And you have to wait for the response. Actually, this situation with the church in Armenia had been repeated with me in many different ways, like with immigration service, like with the bank, like with job owners, like with even people who are usually deal with me here in Armenia. After I get in touch with them, asking them for whatever. If he is a job owner, I ask him for the job. If he is a hostel owner, I ask him for a room or whatever. They tell me, they respond, we will respond to you, or we will tell you after 1 day or 2 days. And then they do something of two options. They ignore me, or even when I ask them, they tell me, call us after 1 week, or call us after another 2 days, and they keep doing that in everything here in Armenia, which has been actually draining my energy, draining my time, and even wasting my time with them, wasting my energy, wasting my patience, and wasting, even make me stressful, so stressful, and facing so bad situations. Even with the government here, I asked for a social security card, which is like a specific paper you need to have to get a legal and legal job here in Armenia. They told me, okay, we will answer you after 1 week. And when I went after 1 week, they told me you have to wait more 3 days. And when I went there, after all, they told me, no, you have to make another request. I told them why I have to make another request. They told me because your first request had been rejected because you hadn't been at the same specific address you mentioned. In fact, I was at that address, and I was at that specific address that I had mentioned. But this is not the issue. The issue is that they do that regularly with me. They do that in some specific way, where they insisting to erupt me, to make me angry, to make me sad, to make me even feel bad about myself and about my situation. And even when I had been asked for asylum, to be asylum seeker here, asking for a refugee, they told me we will answer you after 3 months. Then when the first 3 months end, they told me you have to wait another more 3 months. Those situations which had been repeated with me since I came here in Armenia, and even when I have been dealing with Christians and with the church in Egypt and even in Denmark, I don't understand why they do that. If someone came to you voluntarily and he came to you with a good heart, with good morals, and with that someone is so honest with you and just telling you I'm a new follower of the Christ, or I'm a follower of the Christ, why you deal with that person like that? Why you treat him that bad? Even in the church, you feel like you are a stranger. And when you ask um, the church leaders or the churches for help, even here in Armenia, they do said no, we don't help. Armenia is a Christian country. Why they didn't give people baptism certificate to change their name, to live a normal life, or even to live a stable life with their Christian identity? Why they make such horrible stress on people who are living in their country? I asked for the United Nations help in Armenia. When I came to Armenia, I asked for the Mission Armenia, which is an association following United Nations, which should help people who are coming or a newcomer to Armenia for a job or even money if they don't have money, or even a place to stay in if they don't have a place to stay in. They didn't help. They helped me once and they said we will discuss if we will help you the second month or the third month. So where should I live? How should I live? Should I just pay all my bills from the money that I got from my family, I lended from them? Or what should I do? If you don't give me a job because I don't have a social card or I don't have a residency to stay in Armenia, if you don't give me a house as a refugee, as an immigration service in Armenia, if you don't give me money for help, so what should I do? Should I steal from people, or what should I do? Thanks for the Lord that I do have money from Egypt, since I even been in Egypt. Thanks for the Lord that He afford all my need according to His holiness and glory. But why here in Armenia such a government, such a church, even such a United Nations office, when I asked them why you didn't follow the United Nations laws in the world even agreed with, why you didn't follow that, why you didn't even give people help or give refugees help or give me personally help. They told me it just written online or just written on the law, we don't follow that. Even when I asked the pastor in the church why you didn't baptize me, and why you do lie to me, and why you didn't help me, it's written in the Holy Bible that you should deal with people with good morals. You should not lie. You should tell them the truth. You should be honest with people. You should never cheat, never lie, never. He respond directly, we do not follow the Holy Bible. And he ran away. I'm trying to understand why Armenian and why churches in Armenia and even in Egypt dealing with people who converted into Christianity, or even in Denmark, why they do dealing with people like that. It's a kind of shame, and it's a kind of bad actions against people who are in need, who are helpless, who are even hungry or living on the street. There is a lot of people nearby, in a nearby garden here, living on the street, and they do just have no food, they do just have no shelter, and they do just have no thing to afford their daily life. Here in Armenia, in Yerevan, in the capital of Armenia, why people do that? Why the Armenian government do that to people? I'm trying to publish all the situation, or the most of the situation that I had been facing here in Armenia, with the government and with people, and also with the Armenian church, evangelical church, or even Orthodox Apostle church. or even with the Russian church. Thank you for listening, and please stay tuned. I will make another live with Arabic language.